video, I'll show you how to add a command in Ribbon Workbench. And then once you click on that command, you will be navigated to a specific URL. Now, just to give you context, this is all about Ribbon Workbench. I've already installed Ribbon Workbench in XRM Toolbox. I've already covered that in one of the video. Please have a look into that. Once you install Ribbon Workbench, you need to create a solution. So I have already have a solution named as flying class, which is one of the table in my model driven app. So this is how the flying class will look like. So it has like a couple of records listed over here, and then once you go inside it, you should be able to see some sort of button. Now here I'm going to add one more button, which I'll call it as view benefits, and then once you click on that button, you should be able to navigate to a specific hyperlink. Now, in order to do that, what we need to do is go into the XRM toolbox, open the solution. So you select the solution over here. Now, I have already selected that solution. So if you see over here, so I have got a whole bunch of solution over here. So if I just type in Ribbon, I've opened Ribbon Workbench demo. So this is the solution which I've loaded, and also I'm connected to one of the Power Platform environment. Now here, this is that form. So this is the form section which is we see over here. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add one more command, a custom command. So in order to do that, I'll just hover my mouse over the button, and then if I just adjacent to upgrade class, I will add a button. Now this button, I will be calling it as view benefits. I'll copy this ID. I'll put it in the label as well, in the alt, in the tooltip, and even in the description. So you can change all these values, but just for this example, I'm just going to copy paste all this thing. Now, image, the modern image, I'll just present over here. I need to have some sort of a icon list. So let me pick up maybe success. Okay, so let me pick up this modern image. And also, like, once you create a button, now in the command, I see only upgrade class command. Now I need to create a command which will allow me to navigate to a hyperlink. Now for that, you go into the command over here, click on plus over here, and then type in what do you want. So we will just say view benefits command, and we have an option to add. We can add an action, we can add a display rule, we can add an enable rule. Now let me add an action for time being. So add an action, I have an option to add a URL action or a JavaScript action. Now there's a two difference between this. In URL action, what happens is you just navigate to a URL, but if you select JavaScript action, so let me select JavaScript action, so then you need to specify what is the library and what is the function name. Now I'm going to cover this in a separate video, so we don't want this for a moment. I'll just do a right click and delete it. Now view benefit command, add action, URL action. Now here I need to specify which URL I want to navigate to. So for this example, I will just use my website. Now we have an option to pass the parameters, so we can pass parameters. So if I just type in true, then I can pass parameters. If I type in false, there's no need to pass any parameter. I'll just keep it as it is. Then there is a window parameter, and then there is a window mode. So I can specify window, model dialog, modeless dialog. So all these things can be done. Now pass parameter, if I put it true, then I need to add a parameter. So I need to specify a string, integer, decimal, boolean, or it's of type CRM parameter. So we can add those kind of things over here. Now just to keep it simple, I will just say Windows mode is window, or model dialog, or modeless dialog. So let's pick up model dialog. Okay, and then do this. Okay, so I've already added view benefit command. Now once you add this view benefit command, you need to attach it to the button, right? So here this button will be available. Make sure that you do this, because many times people forget to attach a command to a button. So once you attach that, everything is done. You click on publish and click on OK. Now what we are doing over here is we are creating a custom button, and on that custom button, if someone clicks on it, it will navigate to a URL. Now the URL can be an external URL, or it can be an internal URL. So you can also link it to one of the record within your model driven app. So that's also possible. So it takes that parameter as well, and also you can pass parameters. So you can pass the Windows parameter, or you can pass parameters which will help in executing that particular script. So if you are using a redirect, instead of redirect you are using a JavaScript, you can pass various parameters as well, so that you execute that function in the backend and then get your task done. Now it will start importing the solution, and then in some time you should be able to see the output. Okay. Sometimes the changes are not reflected immediately, so make sure that you wait for some time, because the solution needs to be processed and then the ribbon needs to be refreshed. So if the ribbon does not appear post publishing, there might be a couple of things happening, like either maybe the ribbon has not been published correctly, or you may need to clear out the cache and refresh your screen. So it goes into multiple stages, as you see over here. Now it has gone into publishing solution, which is, I believe, the last stage post import. And once that is done, it will start refreshing the ribbon, and then we should be able to see the changes right away. Yes, so now as you see over here, you are able to see this button. Right now this is available for all the records, so we haven't put any specific condition around it. So if I go to the list record, I can see view benefits in business class, in economic class, and economy light class, and other class as well. Now this button, when I click on it, it should be navigated to a hyperlink. Now as you see over here, I just clicked on it and then it has taken me to this hyperlink. So let me close this again. Let me go back over here. It is hyperlink. Now, what we can do is, like say, take for example, if you have a website. Now, within that website, if you have multiple pages, okay. Now, one page for business class, one page for economy class, one page for first class. You can pass the parameter. So the URL will be same, but then you will pass the parameter as type is business class, type is economy class, type is economy light class, and then depending on that it will navigate to the proper page. Okay, so that's also one of the possibility which you can perform. So that's it, folks. This is how you basically create a custom button and then link it to a URL for a website. And you can also use parameters while passing those particular item related information. Thanks for watching.